Hello and welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. Today I will go through 9 stocks that will report tomorrow. And I'm going to start with BMO, Bank of Montreal. Short term, it is a little bit overbought. Long term is overbought as well. All right, so let's see. Okay, so if we okay, so if we chart the short-term trend for the stock, you can say that it is going sideways, and you can see it's forming a wedge, right? And because oversold, usually when it wedge up like this, most likely it will come down. And because it's also overbought, right? So the chance of it coming down is more. So I would say it has about 65% of a pullback. Where? Right here at 105. At about 65%. Right? Or maybe 70%. So 105. However, if the number coming better, we may see it bounce to 122, 123 at about 30% to 35%. Okay. Let me see anything that so if you look, this almost like a bull flag. So we might see it come up, but due to the overbought condition, most likely it's still going down more. So we will need to check back and see tomorrow. How I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think that, well, let me see. I'm seeing this, but I'm not sure. Okay, maybe 120. That's where I'm gonna land. So we will see where it is. Did you see right here? You can see 120. Or 119, 119. So yeah, but it can go as high as 123. So we will check back. BNS. Short term overbought, long term also overbought. Okay, and it came back, but not really making higher. I mean, it did come up a little bit more, but we have to see how it is. The next level of it is right here at 63, 64. Okay, so it might come up to 63. At about, I would say 35%. But more chance of the pullback. Where? Down here at 52. So more chance of a pullback. Let me see. Okay, in a way, this can be a bull flag. So it went up, which is good. Over here, also like a bull flag. So it went up. That's why it might go up a little bit more, but there's more chance of it coming back. Testing at least this level at 54 right here. But I think it'll pull back even more if the number and expectation, and outlook does not match the expectation. All right, next will be HDL. Never seen this one before. Let me see. Volume is not that high. Okay, so we'll try our best here. Short term, a little bit overbought, but long term is actually oversold. You can see right here, because the data not there a lot, so it's hard to see. But if you switch to the long term, you can see that it is making a bear flag. So it means it might come down a little bit more. So I think if it come down, most likely it will come down to maybe 18. Okay. At about, this one is a tough one. I would say pullback probably 40%. But because it's oversold a lot, so most likely we see a bounce up to 24. 23 something to 23.50. At about 60%. The number just to be decent, outlook neutral. It's good enough for a bounce. All right. Next we have OKTA. Okay, the volume is good. Let me see. Short term is oversold. Long term is also oversold. If we chart the short-term trend, we have something like this. Okay, so so because this one is over, so it might come up here to 98. For more chance of a bounce at about 60%. 40%, if the number coming worse, we might see 78. And the outlook is negative or slightly worse than expect. We may see 78 at about 40%. Yeah, so most likely is either it might come up 98 or just 96. So it looks like it might try to break out of this downtrend. So we have to see tomorrow after hours and then the next day. Well, actually, for some of you, it's going to be later today. MongoDB. All right. So you can see that it over here it got the cup and handle, and then it did a bounce right after earning, but then it pulled back right at the line here. I'm going to put this as a green because that's the support. Okay. So now let's see. The green will stay because it's right now it still act as a support, and it's also act as the support of the current trend as well. The current trend right now is this right here and this, right? I will take this out for now, but keep these two. All right, so basically we got support and we got the resistance here. So if the number coming better than expected, we might see 250. I would say, let me see, short term is over, so long term is neutral. So I would say a bounce, probably about 45% a bounce, but I see a pullback a little bit more to right here at 186. If the number coming worse than expected and the outlook is slightly worse than neutral, maybe a little bit negative, so we might see 186, and I got a number from here. Actually it's 184, sorry. So either 184 to 50. Looks like we got a good range to hit. Box. You can see from here it's been selling a lot. So long term is oversold, and short term I would say it's neutral. All right, so we can see the support right here and maybe right here. Okay, so I say the support is here. All right, let's see. There are more chance of a bounce up to, I would say here, 33.5 at about 60% to 65%. Okay, and then about 35% we have a pullback to here. At least 29 or as low as, I'm thinking right here at 28.40. So make it 28. So about 10% drop. Okay, so either 10% rally or 10% off. And this only a pullback, I mean a breakdown only at around 30-35%. We have more chance of bounce. All right, PVH overbought short term. Long term probably I think it's neutral. Yep, about neutral. All right. Let me look at the bigger picture to see where we are. All right, so look like, oh, I see something interesting right here. If you connect these, it's almost showing you the support. I mean the support of a long term and short term. Let me see again. All right, let me see. So for medium term, okay, so look like it broke out and it hit here right at the, I would say this is the, let me zoom it in so you can easy to see. You can see it hit around here. All right. So right now, probably this will be the resistance. So more likely of coming back to test, and I see it coming back to 72 at about 60%. Unless the number coming much stronger, we might see it come up to 92 at about 35% to 40%. Okay, so look like it should be okay. The short term trend is like this. So look like most likely it either way we have a pullback unless the number coming really good. All right, so next we have NCNO. Short term overbought, long term coming back to neutral. Okie dokie, let's see. All right, so if I, okay, actually, if I put down like this, there you go. All right, so you can see they've been bouncing off this, broke down, and tried coming up to retest this resistance now. It's overbought short term, so more likely of a pullback, probably to 26 here. And if the number coming much better, we may see 31 or as high as 33. No, it could be right here. So 34.5. So 34.5 rally at about, I would say 40%. Why? Because this is a bull flag. Okay, so we have a little bit more, I would say 40 to 45% of a rally, at least to 31. But it have a bigger chance if the number coming much better. So if the number is not good, outlook is okay. We might see it come down to 26 or as low as 24. but I would say I think most likely go down to 26 at about 60%, 55 to 60%. All right, now we got the last one, GOTU Tech Education, short term and long term is rather neutral. You can see it's been moving sideways in May. So if I draw the trend line, okay, then they're pretty parallel. So I say we might have it actually might bounce. If it does, if number coming pretty good right here at $5.11, so I just put 5 at about 60%. 40% we gotta pull back to, let's say, $3. There you go. So we get a range about $1 each on each side, but more chance of a rally. Just the number coming decent because this has been oversold a lot, and the Chinese economy is not that good, so the number basically not that good in general. But once it's just okay number and now look, it's actually positive, we will see it bounce. All right, and so look like that's it for today. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.